Hi folks, my name is Charles Brown. I am at webmarketing-coach.com and I am a social media consultant and I am also a rainmaking coach for quality professionals who want to become recognized authorities in their fields. Both of those two areas fall under the category of personal branding or corporate branding, whatever my client might be. But I want to talk about the importance of creating content in order to establish a brand, whether it's your own personal brand or whether it's the brand for your business. Earlier today, I sent a tweet. A tweet, for those of you who do not know, is a message that is sent out on Twitter. But I sent a tweet today, and I said the 3 rules for personal branding are create content, and create content. Now the reason for that is that the content that you produce, whether it's a video like this that we're doing right now, articles, a book, ebooks, a newsletter, audio files, teleseminars, all kinds of things like that, are ways that you convey your information to other people, and it helps make you found. People can find you better when you have a lot of content that's created. Now, let's address one issue right up front. A lot of times when I talk to people about creating content, I get this deer in the headlights look. They don't like to write. They don't feel good at writing, or it just takes up too much time. They have to really work hard and belabor every word, sentence, everything else. So today I want to give you a real quick tip on how to create a lot of content. I'm in the process of writing a book right now, and I kind of stumbled upon this, or actually remembered something I'd learned years and years ago, and all of a sudden my book is taking off. It's things that I had in a lot of different pieces, or just a lot of scattered notes and things like that, or ideas that are now coming together as a result of doing this one little tip. The first thing is I'm holding in my hand just an ordinary kitchen timer. And frankly, this could be one of your best tools. Depends on what kind of concentration level you have at the moment, but you might want to just set it to 5 minutes, or maybe 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes, and write in bursts. And what happens is you just write till that timer rings, and hopefully you've built up enough momentum that you are writing a little bit more. But it's just a way to get yourself going from 0 to full blast, to full speed on your writing. And again, like I said, I know a lot of people really just get uncomfortable with the idea of writing. And so what I want to do is tell you this tip that I have. Learned this years ago reading some psychology book about doing diaries, and it was just a way to kind of flesh out issues that you were having in life. And the idea is to interview yourself. And so what I do is I'll sit down at the computer and I'll start as if I am 2 different people sitting there at the same time. The one voice will ask questions and just conduct an interview. And so I might say, well, Charles, what is personal branding exactly? And and I write that out as a question. Then under the answer, I'll just start writing and explaining what personal branding is. And then I might revert back to the interviewer role, and I might write a follow-up question like, what kind of personal brand attracts the most business? And then I'll write some more in that. And so I go back and forth in this role of interviewing myself and then answering my own questions. And what happens is, you'll write something, and then the interviewer part of you will focus in on something and ask for more details, ask for just a responsive answer to other information that's already been discussed, or bring up a new topic. But it's just this backward and forward questions and answers that you go back with. And it's actually a fun way to write, because you just immediately feel your thoughts and ideas and issues coming together for you. And really helps a lot. The idea is that, frankly, even if you want to ultimately do a lot of videos, you still have to write and put your ideas down on paper and get things together. So I hope this idea of interviewing yourself to create content works for you. It is working for me. I had forgotten all about using this. I'd used this in my 20s, and well, actually earlier when I was in college, and have found that it's really making my book come together. And plus, plus it just really seems to make the ideas a lot clearer. Now, let me mention something that is really important. The reason people have trouble writing is because they are trying to, they're their own critic. They're editing while they're writing. And this idea, this interviewing yourself, gets you beyond that. You're not really criticizing or editing yourself while you're trying to get the thoughts on paper. Your main goal is to get that initial first draft out. And so when you do your own questions and answers and interview yourself like this, you really are getting that draft out on paper. And then when it comes time to edit, a lot of times you'll take out those questions. Sometimes you'll leave them in as rhetorical questions or ways to connect one paragraph to another. And so they become like the scaffolding that you take down later after you've built a building. And so think about this, try it. Hopefully you'll find that you're able to suddenly start writing a lot of blog articles that you haven't been able to do before. Maybe articles for your newsletter. Maybe you are able to put down outlines for videos that you're doing. But you'll find, if your experience is anything like mine, you'll find that things are really coming together as soon as you try interviewing yourself. That's all for today. I hope this helps you build and create a lot of content so that you can establish your brand. If you have any questions, my contact information is on my website at webmarketing-coach.com. This is Charles Brown again, and I just want to thank you for your time.